Good morning, teacher. We are going to present the learning outcome one, and is the topic preparing for small talks, a list of the best and worst topics. So here we have the first question that is, which are the best entertainment topic to have a good conversation? We have four alternatives. The first one is movies and series, letter B, popular restaurants, letter C, popular music, and letter D, all of them. What do you think, Madelyn?
I think that all of them because the three topics are important in each conversation, and also it depends depends on the people's days, the occasion.
Yes, I agree with you because it depends of the situation or the location of the person, and all of these topics are a good entertaining.
Okay, the second question is for Karina, and it says, is it appropriate to talk about hobbies when you meet someone new? Yes, no? Please explain why.
I consider that topic it's appropriate because talk about hobbies don't have any offensive or contradictory perspective.
Yes, I agree with that too. I think that talking about hobbies is one of the most common topics in an informal small talk. So maybe when they talk about hobbies, they can determine if they have similar interests, and as Karina said, it will not give any offensive or contradictory point of view.
Okay, my question is for Mari. Is religion a good topic for small talk?
Okay, I think that it isn't good talk about religion because it is delicate and offensive topic, and we have to respect the belief of each one.
Yes, actually, I agree with Mari's opinion because religion is something extremely personal and it's potentially sensitive, so it's preferred to be avoided.
Okay, the fourth question is, have you ever listened to talk about sports? What are the most common, Maddie?
I listen about sports with my friends, maybe, or with my parents. For me, the most common topic is the favorite teams. Maybe I'm not sure because I don't always talk about sport. Kind of sport.
Yes, actually, all topics are common, but also it's because I have more male friends and they always talk about sports, and I think that all of them are the best topics or comments.
Okay, question number 5 will go for Gary too. And it says, which one is the most adequate question when someone introduces talks about work and money? There are 4 options. Letter A, how much money do you earn? B, what do you like the most of your career? C, do you earn a lot? And D, why do you work at that place?
I consider that the most adequate is what do you like the most of the career because it's important to avoid as to the salary or to the job.
Yeah, in most cultures, it's not appropriate to talk about financial situation or how much money do people earn. So yeah, I agree that the best question is what do you like the most of your career in order to introduce some interest related with work.
So my next question is for Mari. So is appearance a good topic for small talks? Yes, no, or just if you know someone well?
Well, I think that it isn't good topic to speak the appearance because most of the people can judge without knowing very well that person.
Yes, I agree with Mary because when you met somebody new, you can talk about the personal aspects. However, if she or he is a very good friend of you, it is normal and typical to talk about it.
Maddie, this is an interesting question. That is, where is the first question we ask to know someone else's family?
I think that the first question we ask to talk about the family is, do you have any children? Do you have any brother or sister? Is the better question because I don't know if the person have children, the person is married or no.
Yes, in my case, I think that the first question is if do you live with your parents, because as we know, we are young people and we are know our parents are support us with economy, and yeah, it's so important.
And the last
I
question
agree
for Gary is, what will be the effect if someone introduces political affairs in a small talk?
The answer is letter B, the risk of ending up in the middle of the strong fight. Because the problem with talking about politics is that you never know who in the grown up have a strong opinion about this topic.
Yes, of course. The answer is the risk of ending up in the middle of a strong fight because, as everybody knows, there are some people that are have a strong political point of view. Maybe some people are against communism, others are uh, against democracy. So there are a lot of different points of view that should be respect when you meet someone new.
So my next question is for Mari. Why is personal gossip a bad topic for small talks?
I think that the personal gossip it is a bad topic because when some people start the start the start the conversation, uh, uh, they they could speak another that people maybe criticize or and uh, they can say something bad things about that person.
Yes, I agree with you, Mari. Actually, it's because it paints you in a bad light, and you never know if the other person is friend of the person that you are talking bad about. So it's better to avoid this kind of gossip.
Okay, finally, Maddie, do you like to read news, and why if you select the answer no? In the case if you select.
Yes, I like read news, but in a small way. I think that news are important because we need to know what happened with the war,
Yes.
and the information is necessary for all of them.
Okay, I agree, but I don't like reading news because most of the information is false, and then I feel sad about everything bad that happens nowadays.
But depends in some case, not always.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop to sharing the screen in order to allow the girls from third B to share their questions.
Okay, wait a minute, please. Now we are going to do our question. The topic for the learning outcome is preparing for a small talk, a list of the best and worst topic. Next, the, the four first questions are for Annie. The first question says, do you think that talk is important for daily living? And please.
Yes, they are important because we can know how people are, how people is doing, if they need something necessary or if they need help, and also to know what they like and to be a good friends. And as we know, interaction is a good way to communicate.
Yeah, I agree with you, Annie. And the second question, the second question is, according to the article, one way to alleviate anxiety is to prepare for the kinds of issues that are likely to come up. Do you agree with that? And why, please?
Yes, I agree because we must know what is going to happen and thus be prepared psychologically and all times, and thus we can know or we can control our emotions.
Yeah, and emotion is so important in a small talk when you know a new people, when you talk about with your with your friends. Let's say. And the third question is, do you consider that the topics present in the article are adequate? What is the recommendation that you present if we don't know the subject of the talk? For example, if in someone talk about a sport and you don't know nothing about the sport, what do you do?
I think that they are adequate because there are a variety of themes or topics. And I recommend starting with basic questions like, for example, how are you? How was your day? Or what are your hobbies? And then know the hobbies. I think that I can do that kind of questions about sports.
I am agree with you, Annie. And the last question is, do you agree with all the small talks, or do you think that if you can talk about another specific topic, what place have you visited? Sorry, the last part is not my question. I repeat the question, yeah? Do you agree with all small talk, or do you think that if you can talk about another topic?
Yes, I agree. We can also talk about social aid or the problems that exist in society nowadays. As we know, for example, nowadays we have the problem of this virus, and it's so important to talk about that topics and prevent all the people.
Okay, Anita, thank you. I am agree with you.
Okay, my question is to Amy. Do you think important to talk about the experience of the trip with another people? Why or why not?
Yes, I think it is important to talk about experiences of a trip because you give your point of view about the places that you visited, and also these people maybe will ask you recommendations about places or hotels or restaurants about any country. So I think it's very important and it's a good way to know everybody.
Okay, I agree with you. It is important talk about the experience. For example, if you have traveled to different places, so you can recommend to another people how is that place about the restaurant about the about the different places. And another question is, have you had any small talking about your hobby with new people?
Well, actually, no. I haven't had any small talking with other people about hobbies because I don't have a lot of hobbies, and so I don't share that with people. But maybe if I could experience with people, it would be nice because I would find people with the same interests as mine, and it's a good way to know people.
Yes. Okay. I think that it's important to have about the hobby to another people, so other people can know what you do. For example, you have a sport, you do the sports, or maybe you can draw very well, or you can paint the picture, and something like that. And finally, question is, do you like living in your hometown? Why or why not?
And yes, I like living in my hometown because here I have my family, I have my friends, and also, yes, I would like to visit another places, but here is where I was born and where I was raised. So I think it's important to value your hometown before going to anywhere else.
Okay, in my case, uh, it is good live in hometown because so you have you can share you can spend time with your whole family and with your friends.
Okay, the next questions are to Danny. When you meet a stranger, do you avoid making offensive jokes? What kind of offensive jokes should be avoided and why?
Hey, in my case, when I meet a stranger, I absolutely avoid making offensive jokes because I think that these kind of jokes are more appropriate for my best friends or for my family because because if I tell a bad joke to someone that I recently met, they will get mad a lot and will maybe get a fight. And also, I think that the kind of offensive jokes that I should avoid would be I'm talking about like sexist or racist jokes. There are a lot of also jokes related to religion, or also there are kind of xenophobic jokes. So those topics are really inappropriate to when you meet someone new.
I agree with you because the other people can have another culture, another traditions, another form of of thing that is important. Okay, nine. When you meet someone, what kind of appearance related topic should you avoid?
When I meet someone new, I always avoid topics like religion, politics, and also another topics that when I have like one side point of view. For example, my religion. I'm Catholic, so if I met someone who is a Jehovah Witness or is a Christian, so I try to completely avoid this kind of topics because I'm aware that they will not share my opinions. And also another like more calm topics. For example, when I see a movie, I don't tell what's going to happen in the movie to someone that haven't seen that movie. So that kind of examples.
I agree with you, but it's important to say, for example, when someone you as you lose may you lose weight, for example, is uncomfortable when someone asks you that kind of topic. Oh, but I agree with you. Okay, why it's important to avoid gossip about people you know?
Okay, in my point of view, I think that it's not good to judge people, even if you know that person, or even if you don't know that person, if you haven't met that person before. I think that it's not good. It's not like a good manner. It's not moral for me to judge. Because I think that people will think that I'm a hypocrite, so I will not like judge them
I
anyway.
totally agree with you because you can point in a bad light with these people or with this person.
Yes.
Okay,
Mm,
thank you for your time.
it's all, and I hope you enjoy this conversation. And yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.